John Thune, who was handpicked by Mitch McConnell, is on our side. All right, so here he is at his presser after being confirmed as Senate Majority Leader. Now notice the people behind him: Tom Cotton, Tim Scott, all the cuck boy cowards, ankle-grabbing, butt-cheek-grabbing leftists that masquerade as right-wingers. Bobby D video, I have to say I felt stabbed earlier today by our Senate, and then I watched this. Well, you know what? You should still feel stabbed. Play it for me.
We have the team assembled. Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. It's a new day in the United States Senate, and it's a new day in America. The American people have loudly rejected the failed policies of the Biden, Harris, Schumer agenda. And this Republican team is united. We are on one team. We are excited to reclaim the majority and to get to work with our colleagues in the House to enact President Trump's agenda. We have a mandate from the American people, a mandate not only to clean up the mess left by the Biden, Harris, Schumer agenda, but also to deliver on President Trump's priorities. We will make sure that the President and his team have the tools and the support that they need to enforce border security laws and to remove the violent criminals who are wreaking havoc in every one of our states. We will work to make America prosperous again by streamlining the bureaucratic machine and overturning costly Biden-Harris regulations. And we will work to restore American energy dominance. Not just our energy security, but energy dominance, which will lower costs and bolster our national security. I'm excited to get to work with this team right away. And I want to thank my colleagues who placed their faith in me to serve as leader, and to those who were supporting another candidate. I promise to be a leader who serves the entire Republican conference.
One.
Now notice who's standing there with him. You got Cuck Boy Langford, Cuck Boy Cotton, Cuck Boy Scott. That's who these people, absolutely. I'm telling you, James Lankford's the one who put forward, James Lankford, who worked together with Chuck Schumer to put together the border security bill that allows 5,000 illegals to cross our border per day. Remember some of the rules of that? I'll just go in the 5,000. What were the 5,000 that were allowed in? That you only started to count the 5,000 if the only people that counted towards the 5,000 were Mexicans and Canadians. So everybody else would get in. So that would still manage to allow in 15,000 people a day. That's who. See little Langford back there, little weasel face right there. See him? That's Cuck Boy Langford, senator out of Oklahoma, who goes home and campaigns as a right winger, then legislates as a left winger, and works with Chuck Schumer. Oh, we can't. Are we all supposed to work together? No, you're not supposed to be yoked together with unbelievers. What do righteousness and wickedness have in common, or what fellowship can light have with darkness? How can you come together for a border security bill when the person you're working with believes in open borders, so that they can facilitate a mass migration for their own voting constituency? Absolutely. Look how pathetic Cotton looks right there. He's supposed to be a fire breather, and then you got Cuck Boy Thune. 49% of the time he votes against us, and that's our Senate. That's the guy's going to implement the MAGA agenda through the Senate, who's going to do the confirmations. It really is unbelievable. I mean, this is why, see all these idiots that are standing around him? They all need to be voted out of office. They're fake. They are actually Democrats. I mean, really. And here's the thing. I use this all the time, but Aaron, I've never been there. Aaron has been there and watched the Senate floor. Yeah. Everybody that you think are these absolute opponents and enemies, they love each other. I'm serious. Like, you think that Chuck Schumer and John Thune are, no, they're not enemies. Listen, they're cocktail buddies. All of them are. All of them, like people like Thune and Langford, they have this ideology in their mind. And what it is, we know better than everybody else. That's number one. Number two is us coming together and making decisions that are neither right wing nor left wing, but are always end up being left wing, are the right thing to do. And what people like Thune and Cotton and Scott and Langford, they're put in place so that you believe somebody is there fighting for you. But if you ever notice, we never gain any ground until an outsider comes in like Donald Trump, who overturns Roe v. Wade, moves the embassy to Jerusalem, has 4 peace deals inside of the Middle East, closes the border where it's 0 people crossing. None of that ever happens until the outsider comes in, because the insane the insane are running the asylum right here. The inmates are running the asylum. These are all leftists put in place to make the leftist agenda more palatable to people like you and I. And all of us have woken up. That's why we keep voting for the outsiders. Because we don't listen. Thune is no different than Chuck Schumer. I remember when my pastor, Rodney Howard-Brown, used to talk about two heads of the same snake, Republican and Democratic Party. I'm like, that's a little overboard, Pastor Rodney. I think there's good Republicans. No, there's not. 90% of Republicans are simply Democrats masquerading as Republicans. Again, so that you think that there is a synergistic tension. Somebody's in D.C. and there's people there fighting for me, and they're fighting for my agenda against the people who are fighting for the opposition agenda. And sometimes we win, and sometimes we lose. Do you notice how we never win? We always lose. We're $36 trillion in debt. We never win. We have an open border, endless wars, military-industrial complex being fed, Ukraine war, Israeli war, China and Taiwan. We never actually win. Who wins? Who gets rich every day? Right here. That's it. We don't win.